Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle something that just about every world traveler has to face, the visa application. I know it can seem like a huge, complicated thing, but trust me, we're going to break it down and make it super clear, one simple step at a time. So, you've got that travel bug, right? You're dreaming of that trip abroad. Maybe you're planning to study somewhere new, land an amazing job, or just go explore a part of the world you've only seen in pictures. That dream, that's the fun part. But then reality kind of hits. You see the paperwork, you hear about the interview, and suddenly the whole visa process can feel totally overwhelming. But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be. We're here to demystify the whole thing for you. Okay, so let's start with the absolute basics, just to build a really solid foundation. What even is a visa? To put it simply, a visa is just an official document from a country's government. But it's way more than just a fancy stamp in your passport. Think of it as formal permission that spells out exactly why you're visiting and for how long you're allowed to stay. So why do countries even have visas in the first place? Well, it pretty much boils down to three main things. First, security. They want to make sure visitors have good, legitimate reasons for being there. Second, control. It helps them keep track of who's coming in and out. And third, regulation. It's how they set the rules for different activities, like working, studying, or just being a tourist. Now, here's something that's absolutely crucial to get right from the start. Not all visas are created equal. Picking the right one for your specific journey is, without a doubt, the most important first step. And the main categories are actually pretty straightforward. You've got your tourist visa for vacations and family visits, a student visa if you're going to school, a work visa for a job, a business visa for things like conferences, and then there's the immigrant visa, which is for people planning to move there for good. It's all about matching the visa to what you're planning to do. All right, so you know what a visa is, and you have an idea of the different types. Now let's walk through the actual application process, step by step. Okay, think of this as your five-step game plan. First, you lock in the correct visa type. Second, you fill out those forms, and you have to be 100% accurate. Seriously, even tiny mistakes can cause huge delays. Third, you gather up all your supporting documents. Fourth, you pay the fee. And then, the final step for many is attending an interview. See, when you break it down like this, it's way more manageable. Now let's talk about those documents. Of course, you'll need the obvious stuff. A valid passport, the form you just filled out, and some recent photos. But you'll also need things like proof of financial stability. We're talking bank statements to show you can support yourself, and your complete travel itinerary, like flight and hotel bookings. Honestly, when it comes to this part, being over-prepared is a very, very good thing. All right, let's talk about what is, for many people, the most stressful part, the interview. But let's pull back the curtain and decode what the visa officers are actually trying to figure out with their questions. You can pretty much guarantee you're going to get this question right off the bat. So, what is the purpose of your trip? The officer's goal here is super simple. They just want to confirm that your reasons for visiting are legit and, importantly, that they match what you wrote on your application form. The trick here, be specific, be clear, and be consistent. And then comes the big one. This is often seen as the most critical question in the entire interview. Tell me about the ties you have to your home country. So what are they really asking? They're asking, are you going to go back home when your visa is up? This question is all about them needing to be convinced that you have strong reasons to return and that you don't secretly plan on staying. So this idea of ties is just so important. Let's really dive into this concept, because knowing how to talk about your ties is often the absolute key to a successful interview. So what in the world are ties? Well, think of them like anchors. They're all the responsibilities and connections that that anchor you to your home country. This can be your job, your family, any property you own, or your financial assets. And you prove these ties with real, concrete evidence. For example, a letter from your boss shows you have a job to go back to. A property deed shows you own a home. Birth certificates can prove you have close family waiting for you. It's all about showing them tangible proof that you have a life to return to. So as we start to wrap this up, if you remember nothing else, remember this. Your two most important tools for success are preparation and honesty. Get all your documents in perfect order and just be completely truthful in all your answers. And try to keep this in mind. A visa is not just a piece of paper. It's not a barrier. It's your key, a key that unlocks a world of new opportunities and incredible experiences. So I'll leave you with this thought. A visa is your key. What door are you going to unlock?